gonna swim, bike, and run. In the corner sun, we're gonna swim, bike, and run. In the corner sun, 2021.
Thank you, Poncho Man. Welcome back, everybody. This is Breakfast with Bob, not quite Cone edition. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Clash USA, by UCAN, Hoka One One, VeloFix, Normatec, Canyon Bikes, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. We just sent out 3,038 grants, totaling $5.1 million to keep challenged athletes in the game of life through sport. Our next guest, the owner of one of our favorite triathlons on the planet, Elizabeth Farnan Rodrigues, joins us. Elizabeth, how are you?
I'm great, Bob. Thanks so much for having me.
It is an honor. So in this age of COVID, when we saw all these events go away in 2020, probably the thing you don't see a lot of is people buying and taking over events, right? It's like, let's buy a cruise ship, let's buy a movie theater, let's buy an event. But
it's a little counterintuitive.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are like, you know what? This is a very special event, and we've seen Wildflower go away. We've seen a lot of events go away.
Yep.
We don't want this event to go away.
Yeah, well, what most people don't know is we were actually in talks with Joe Coito, the previous race director, since August 2019. We began the conversation at the race that year, and had sorted through the details, worked out an arrangement. We were very interested in buying the property before COVID. We had the deal docs drawn up, and then the pandemic hit and the shutdown, and we all know what happened after that. So we gave Joe a call probably a week into the shutdown, and we said, hey, we're not out, but we just need to regroup and rethink this. We still want this race. We still want this property. We still want to support this community. Just give us a little time. So we continued our conversations probably for another month or so. And at the end of the day, we just fell back on, we want this race. Santa Barbara, as you know, Bob, Santa Barbara is a special place. And this race, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary this year. This is an iconic race. This is an amazing location, destination location. It's got a beautiful, gentle ocean swim.
Yes.
It's got a safe bike course. This is a property that, thanks to 26 years of what Joe put into it, has really withstood the test of time. And we are so excited to have it and to continue the legacy and to build upon it and really bring this race back to its glory.
Now, do you guys own other races, or is this the first one?
Well, this is the first one. We have an idea of some future properties to kind of build out the portfolio, which goes along with creating some verticals for Tower 26 and how that business is branching out, between coaching locally, subscription wise, merchandise, adding races. So we do have our eye on a couple additional properties, but they need to be specific. They need to fit that bill, that iconic, that destination location, real legacy properties, properties that have withstood the years and we can build upon into the future.
It's always fascinating to me because none of these things work unless you have buy-in from the community, right? So when you, and you can tell right away, either they're going to be a roadblock or they're going to be a partner. And when you went to meet with the officials in Santa Barbara, obviously you came away with the feeling they're going to be partners, or else I'm guessing you wouldn't have done this deal.
Yeah, and it's honestly, some of it has filled in on the back end. But what we have learned quickly is Joe Coito built up tremendous goodwill in that community. And we have the blessing of having a lot of that goodwill transferred over to us, which, it's also an awesome responsibility to not let a lot of people down. But this race is important to the community. And Joe was really the gold standard when it comes to race directors. So there's some big shoes to fill, but gosh, the city, the county, one of our key sponsors, Montecito Bank and Trust, they are back. They are all, so supportive of this race and bringing it back because they know what it means to the community. So we are, going to do our absolute best to continue Joe's legacy and earn that goodwill.
So SantaBarbaraTriathlon.com, and it's over the weekend of August 28th and 29th.
Yes.
Long course, and it's fun. It's fascinating because it's not your typical people are like, okay, Olympic sprint, 70.3 full.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara is unique because it's got its own distance, right?
Yes,
Talk
it
a little
does.
bit about the uniqueness of the course and also the distances.
A lot of people will say, at least with respect to Saturday, Saturday's a runner's course, because when you look at the way triathlons are laid out, the run is proportionately longer than the bike.
Yeah.
So we have a mile swim. It's really it's a great swim for triathletes of all levels. I mean, for for your more seasoned triathletes, they're just going to kill the swim. But for the triathletes who are beginners, a little more afraid, it's a real gentle swim. I mean, it's basically a one break, and even that wave break is always pretty gentle. The bike course on long course day, 34 miles. You're right, not an average distance. But when you look at the maps, you realize, oh, I think they just ran out of road. So the bike goes down to Carp and turns around and comes back, but it's legit. There's some climbs up Ortego and up Toro at the end. I mean, Toro will make you cry if you're not ready for it. And that run, it's a 10-mile run. I'm not 100% sure, how we ended up with a 10-mile run. Again, other than I wonder, did the road just run out because it dead ends right before some parkland and you turn around and come back. But it's close to 5 miles gradual grinding uphill, and then you turn around and come back down. So it's not a distance for the faint of heart. You can't fake this, even though it's not a half Ironman distance. And then Sunday is really a super sprint. We've got a 500-yard swim, a 6-mile bike, and a 2-mile run. But there's really something for everyone over the course of this weekend. Even on Saturday, we've got aqua bike for those of us who have aged. Our knees have not cooperated in our athletic dreams. We've got relays. Saturday, we've got your traditional co-ed division. We've got a women's only division. We have something that I think is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, the Parent-Child Division. Yep. So kids under 15 can race with their parents. You do the whole thing together, swim, bike, run. And it's just really a spectacular way to bring the community out. Everyone gets such a kick out of the Parent-Child Division, and it's probably the division that has seen the most growth in the last 6 to 8 years. So we're excited. The race this year is going to look like the race you've always seen. And we have plans into the future of adding a standalone open water swim, adding a standalone 5K. So it's really going to go from, a hardcore long course triathlon, in its origins, to just a community weekend, a sports festival with something for everyone. Bring the family, just come down to the beach.
And at this point, registration is open. And
registration is open. Yeah, we are going. We are deep into the permitting process. As anyone who's staging a race right now knows, the permitting process can take months, but we had to wait for, clearance with the city and the county. And we have a guy who's been working with Joe for 25 years, and he's navigating the permits and getting through it. And we're going to be live come August. It's
So is this one of the things that you guys have been doing this race for years and just were like, you know what, this event needs to have, because really Joe was a one-man show. He was doing everything. And you knew those last couple of years that it could go away. If Joe wasn't going to be doing it, it wasn't going to happen. Was it one of those things where you guys just fell in love with the race and knew that you didn't want it to go away?
It was really, let's say we went down parallel paths from about 2010. Don't hold me on this because I'm getting old. I don't remember. From about 2010 to 2014, I lived in Santa Barbara and fell in love with that community. Didn't want to leave. I came back to LA to marry my beloved. And since we've been married, I've been saying, can we move back? Can we move back? It's where it's our ultimate destination. It's where we will end up when the time comes. And at the same time, the race fit every criteria for for our interest in buying properties. So I have this emotional connection to Santa Barbara. Yes, I've done the race, I don't know, 4 times maybe. Yes,
Mhm.
I've done the race. I love the race. I love the community. And I don't want to see this race go away. And I know no one in the community wants to see it go away. And it really also, just fit right into the Tower 26 business strategy of looking to put properties in the portfolio. So it was a little bit of everything. I mean, if for us to purchase this property, it checked every single box from business and personal. It's an absolute perfect fit.
Well, and you've got with Tower 26, you certainly have people who can come and participate in the event. You've got a big group of folks who this is almost like a club party.
Yeah, we are looking forward to. We have a good sized contingency already that have registered. What we really want to do is engage the clubs, because Bob, you said something to us last week when we spoke about setting this podcast up, and it was so obvious, but it was so profound at the same time. Events are a key link in the chain of the success of
The
triathlon.
most importantly.
And everything is faltering because we haven't had events. The Santa Barbara Tri Club is, they're experiencing a lethargic membership because there aren't events to motivate them. And the Santa Barbara Triathlon Club has been so key in supporting this event and providing volunteers over the weekend. So what we really want to do also is spotlight the clubs and have the clubs come up and participate in a club challenge, hosted by the Santa Barbara Triathlon Club, but just use this event kind of as a rally. Like, let's just get back outside and let's get back to doing what we love doing. So between Tower 26, yes, we have some inroads there to get athletes up there. And I've been talking to the Santa Barbara Tri Club. I mean, I think we've got some good outreach to get into the other clubs to say, hey, we're open. You may not be as fit as you were in 2019, but gosh, put your wheels on the road. Let's get back out there.
You got plenty of time to train. Come on, we're talking end of August. Plenty of time. No, it's interesting because I've always felt, even back to the Competitor Magazine days, that the most important link in the chain is the race director, because without events, you have it's like if you're studying all the time and you don't have exams, why study? Right?
Yeah.
You need races. You need races,
Yeah.
and the social side of races, getting to races and being with your peer group, the other people in your age group. There's just nothing better. And I think that's what most of us have missed this last year. And to be able to come back and do a classic like Santa Barbara, that's
Right.
it's going to be almost a little bit of a reunion.
It'll be fantastic. I mean, the one of the best parts about that race is the Finish Line Festival is on the beach right there
Yeah.
next to the bathhouse. The bathhouse was under construction for a couple of years, so we were forced into the parking lot, but we will be back on the beach this year, which is exciting. And I mean, is there anything better than finishing that race and being on the beach in stunning Santa Barbara and swapping war stories? While you're waiting for the awards, it's just the most amazing environment. We are so excited to be back out there.
I love your parent-child event. That you basically do it with your kid.
Yeah, and it allows the under 15s to participate in the race. That has been that was one of Joe's brainchilds, and it's really one of those things that the community really comes out, because people who come and watch the Sunday race, they want to watch the parent-child division. It's a kick to see those kids finish with their parents and cross the finish line and just have these looks of wonder, like, wow, we did it, mom, we did it, dad. So it's one of those feel good moments.
I love it. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks for taking time. Congratulations on ownership of a really an iconic event. It's a very, very special event, and hopefully we'll get Wildflower back in the next couple of
Yes.
years, and
Yeah.
Santa Barbara, and all these standalone events. It's as great as it is to have Ironman and the 70.3 and these series of events that are very successful. We need our local events. We need the standalone events.
Agreed. Yeah.
But you have the food bank of Santa Barbara that benefits.
Yes.
It's a really a major event for that community.
It really is. And we are, I do feel an awesome responsibility to take up the stewardship of the race and deliver an event to the athletes who have been so disappointed in the last 14 months. But Bob, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here. And
Yes.
I am going to invite you to come and participate in the race if your calendar is free. There's nothing better than Bob Babbitt in transition. We would love to have you. So thank you for your time today.
Oh yeah, I raced there in 2019, and you sort of forget that the first 5 miles of that run are basically uphill. You're like, wait, is this
Forget
ever
I said that then.
Then you start seeing people coming the other way. You're like, okay, I know there's a turnaround somewhere in my future,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're right that it's a very, very special event with a very, very special feel.
Well,
Elizabeth, thanks so much for taking
Thank you,
time.
Bob.
Give my best to Jerry.
I will do. Thanks, Bob.
Elizabeth Farnan Rodrigues again, Santa Barbara Triathlon.com, August 28th and 29th. This is Breakfast with Bob, Not Quite Kona edition. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. See ya.